Yo, what's going on, guys? It is your mother's favorite fighter, and today we're here with another video. Today we're going to talk about the SWORD7 Ragnarok card that just got wrapped up getting announced. We're going to go fight by fight, talk about it a little bit, not go into much details or predictions as that will be for another video. But make sure y'all boys tune in, like the video, comment your favorite fight that's been announced thus far. Go ahead and drop a little early prediction for me in the comments if you may. But let's get into these fights. The first fight of the night, we have Raymond Martin versus Trace. Both guys are experienced amateurs. Raymond Martin, we last seen him on Breakout 6 Bushido on the prelims. He walked away with the decision, the W. And then Trace, some people have seen him without knowing though. He made his first appearance in the SCB world back at SWORD7 Fate and Fortune after Love Life Zach defeated Jose Rodriguez when Ant Mills and a random person got into the scrap. That random person was Trace. Trace is a friend of Love Life Zach, also a decorated amateur. Pretty sure his record is 3-2 or 5-3, something like that. But this should be a very good, skilled, high-level bout for SWORD7 and probably some of the highest skilled fights we've seen in SCB in general. Next up, we have Grimvus versus Anarchy. This fight was scheduled multiple times. Obviously, the fight has fell through each and every single time. Hopefully, this event we got it right and we can actually have it happen. We have Grimvus coming off of his long layoff, making his return to the boxing ring after his fight with Love Life Zach. Then you have Anarchy, who's making his return to the ring after coming off of that TKO loss to Ant Mills on SWORD7 Fate and Fortune. I think this fight's going to be a fire fight. Anarchy, who, like I said, did take a TKO loss, but did show good skills, good abilities within the ring. You have Grimvus, everyone's favorite lightweight, who unfortunately is 0-2, but his skill sets prove to be better than that. He is a very aggressive front forward puncher with a lot of power. So this fight should be very interesting to say the least. Next up, we have the infamous rematch, HellBoyKell versus Luigi Bilotto. You know what I mean? This is a very heated rivalry. The first fight didn't go either fighter's way after it got stopped in the second round due to a head clash. Their first fight was very interesting though. From his first fight with Wonder to the fight with Luigi, Kell came out a lot more aggressive, a lot faster start than what he probably should have done. Luigi, I'm pretty sure he's bigger height and weight-wise than Kell. I think this fight is once again going to be very interesting. Both guys are coming forward. Luigi definitely isn't hesitant on any of his punches. He's going to let it fly every single time. This one's in headgear, so we can avoid the head clashes. So we should finally get a decisive winner on this one. Then next up, one of my favorite fights on the card, Augustin Siel versus Diesel. Augustin coming off of his TKO win over ASAP Ashton on CQIF, and Diesel coming off of his unfortunate loss to JDM on Breakout 6 for the cruiserweight title. Diesel dropping back down a weight from cruiserweight to middleweight. Augustin Siel, he said he's looking for that pat rematch, as this is for the #1 contender spot for the Breakout middleweight belt. It'll be very interesting to see how Augustin, conducts himself. Is he going to still be the big trash talker online, or is he going to take the more backseat route and kind of just head down and train this one? Diesel, he's constantly in the gym, constantly improving, and it's shown time and time again that whenever he has his mindset to it, he'll get the job done. And then next up, we have DDK versus Little Nuke. This is a very surprising fight, I would say the least. DDK, we haven't seen him in the ring in over a year since his Isa fight where he got the belt on Breakout 04. Little Nuke coming off of the loss in his MMA debut against Jordani. How does DDK look after a year layoff? Does ring rust hit him? Does Little Nuke find a new fire under him to train hard for this fight? It's going to be probably the biggest underdog in SCB history. So if he could somehow pull the win out, the sky's the limit for this Nuke kid, The best of the best versus an unknown fighter, really. So it's going to be interesting to see how this fight goes on August 30th. And then we move it into the special exhibitions. Mark Flames versus John, the main card Moore. Mark Flames making his return from Breakout 04, where he lost to Intrepid. Same as John Moore, he's making his return from Breakout 04, where he unfortunately lost against Divine Xavier. Both guys getting stopped in the first round last time they went out. They both seek redemption in the same state, in the same gym as they both lost on their last outing. So now they come together for a special exhibition to showcase good level skills, good work, and just improvement overall. The promotion with this is going to be very fun, very entertaining, as well as the fight itself. Moving on to the next special exhibition, we have DDK versus JDM. Two opponents unfortunately pull out on fight day. Alex Pineda due to hand wraps, and No Filter Zavi due to his vagina hurting. We get to see DDK back in the ring. I'm not sure which fight is going to go first, either this exhibition or the Little Nuke fight. Either one is going to be interesting to see DDK in. JDM, he's coming off of his first round stoppage over Diesel, where he claimed the Cruiserweight title. Everyone claims this kid's in the protection program. So to see him go out there, even if it is a little friendlier exhibition, go up against an upper echelon fighter like DDK, many people in the scene not only consider him the best heavyweight, but the best fighter in general. And that's in both the US and UK scene together. So it's going to be very interesting to see both these high-level guys come together and basically prove themselves to be what they say they are in high-level fighters. And last but not least, the main event of SWORD7 Ragnarok, the rematch, the infamous rematch. This one's for the OGs, the baseball field enthusiast, Waffle Taco Gamer versus Pat Typhlosion 2. People might just look at this on the surface like, oh, two friends go in the box. But this is much, much deeper. Waffle Taco Gamer and Pat Typhlosion, two of the founding fathers of the scene, and many say that their fight is really what kick-started this whole scene. Pat Typhlosion travels from Massachusetts to Pennsylvania to make this fight happen. Unfortunate situations come together and he quits on himself. The first and only time ever Pat Typhlosion has quit was against Waffle. So for him to get the chance to come back to PA in Waffle's hometown, in Waffle's gym, in front of Waffle's people, and redeem himself. Once again, this is an exhibition, so he's not going to go trying to stop Waffle, but he's going to, show to the people that seen the first fight live and even to himself and the viewers that he is improved. He is the better version. And the thing that we've seen in the first fight, the Pat Typhlosion we've seen in the first fight, is nowhere near the real Pat Typhlosion we see today. And Waffle, again, coming off his dominant victory on Breakout 06 against Intrepid, it's going to be interesting to see how he comes back. Does the win still motivate him to keep pushing and not let Pat, get his get back? Very interesting to say the least. All these fights, all the exhibitions, a lot of question marks leading up to this event. It's all for a good showing. August 30th, Newcastle, PA, SWORD7 Ragnarok. Make sure y'all tune into all the social medias, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, for all updates, fight announcements, and everything related to SWORD7. Make sure you go follow and subscribe to your boy's YouTube channel and or Twitter, wherever this is posted, for more updates, as I am the COO and matchmaker for SWORD7. So once again, thank y'all boys for tuning in, and we'll see y'all at the fights.
The time draws near.